to be in Troy and to go to that mall, I think it's called like Summerfest or Summer something collection. It's the biggest mall, I believe, in Troy. It's like, it almost seemed unreal. Like, I remember being there and thinking, like, almost like if, what do they call that? Like, almost like if we're getting a flashback to like how it was when we were in like
pre-COVID.
Like, no. Before that, that's like where the middle school, high school kids used to go to. Like, the mall used to be popping. And to see the mall like that again, I mean, it was kind of cool just because there's so much people. But also, it's like, it made me think like such a big mall and there's nothing in there I want to buy. It doesn't make sense to me.
I think
the mall's not the same no more. But not even the food.
The food's the only thing I would go in there for.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's not stacked as it should be. When you got such a mall like that, you got so much attention.
But I mean, they have good shoes though. At least some of the stores we walked by had good shoes, and it seems like it's been a long time since I walked into a mall, Foot Locker or Champs or whatever, and seen
good shoes. Huh?
Yeah, like okay, that like shit that's interesting where you would want to see you try it on. Yeah, I like if I wanted to buy shoes and I was there, I would go there.
Oh, but I'm saying if you wanted to buy shoes, would you just go there specifically for that?
Yeah.
Well,
because I never like
a lot of a hassle though.
I think the hassle is the parking.
Exactly, getting in.
But we were there on a weekend though too. Go during the week, it might not be as bad.
Yeah, maybe.
But I would go there because I hate ordering shit online and then shit not fitting me good. It just tastes too inconvenient when you could just go there and try them on, and then if they fit perfect, then you know you're good.
But it seems like everything, traffic is getting worse, and like I don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
it's getting worse and worse and worse. And I know I said that multiple times, but it's because I constantly see it growing. I'm like, where does people come from?
It's probably Saginaw's getting more populated, huh? Just Saginaw?
Yeah, Saginaw in general, I guess, because it always seemed like Saginaw to a lot of people was a spot, like a hood spot. That's where you get words like Sag Nasty. And they always say like, and it is hood, like if you go to certain areas. But it can also be nice, like it's a weird like combination depending on where you're at. But it's still considered Saginaw, even though you're like in a different township. But it's a little weird. But it seemed like a lot of people wouldn't come over here. I remember like when we were in middle school and one of my friends said he wanted to come over to my house. And he came over and we ate and everything. And then when it was time for him to leave, right, he texted his mom. His mom's like, hey, send me your address so I can pick you up. He's like, all right. He sent the address. And I remember he told me, he got picked up, right? And then the next day at school, he told me my mom was hella scared. And I was like, well, why? What happened? And he's like, no, nothing happened. He's just like, she just told me like, I didn't know you were coming out here. Like, I wouldn't have let you come. She's like, what are you doing over here? And he's like, it's not that. It's not like that. Not bad. And she was hella spooked. Like, hell no. Nah.
Yeah, it's probably like everyone stays away from the hood they're still overly cautious because they've never been around it and they've just heard stories about shootings and this and the other, and they're like, oh, if you go there automatically you're gonna either die or get robbed.
But it's not like that though. I mean, I think it increases your chances of getting involved in some shit because there is people who are just looking for shit sometimes. But a lot of people don't fuck with you if you don't tell them nothing. If you're out here trying to be tough, then you're going to get some shit. If you're out here making ruckus and shit, talking shit to everybody, you're going to get some shit. But if you're not, you just mind your own business. We lived over there for how long? Like 4 years? We're still in Saginaw, but I'm staying over there by... Because that was
19th Street. That was South 19th Street.
That was South. South side? What was that? The South side? Is that what it means?
I think... Saginaw is the east side.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought like, I don't know. I thought when you see the sign and it said like south, I thought that meant we were on the south.
Yeah, no, it's just south. I think because there's probably 19th Street. 19th Street probably goes for a good while. Like center, there's a south center too. Like after you go past Chelly's, it becomes South Center. Over there by Gretchen and shit, becomes South Center. So you know which side, because center's for so long. That way that you know what side of center it is. Regular center or South Center. I think that's how they do it. But it's on the east side and people are like, oh yeah, stay away from over there.
Yeah, but it's not really like, I can't think of like any issues we had.
Yeah, we were there for 4 years and never had any issues with any of our neighbors. But all we did is come home, go right inside type shit. Cut the grass. That's it.
Like we didn't really talk to nobody.
Sometimes like that dude that would chill outside in his chair all the time.
Yeah, my dad would talk to him sometimes.
Yeah.
He'd offer him a beer and stuff like that. But it wasn't, I don't remember, but I do know that after we left and my sister moved in there, she said that they, like, I'm pretty sure it was the kids around the town that would like throw rocks at the door in the middle of the night. But I think that's just kids being kids, almost like on some ding dong ditch shit. So we used to do that shit too. How is that shit even funny?
Just doing shit you're not supposed to do. Yeah, but it's like I don't know what the point is, but just you came to the door, haha, type shit.
Yeah,
nobody's there, haha.
Because you would just do that, and then you would just take off running.
Yeah,
and it's like I just now that I think about it, I'm like, it's not really even that funny.
And it's not even that big a deal. Like unless somebody stayed there and like rang your doorbell in the middle of the night and rang for hella like annoying. Yeah, but I can see how motherfuckers would get pissed off. But like if they just rang it once and then left, because we wouldn't come back to that house like in the same night.
Yeah, if we already hit it once.
Yeah, you hit it, you're done.
Yeah, it's not. But to me, overall, I don't think it's bad. Like, and it's probably like because I think we're used to like living in those environments. Because Stockton was like, it was just different. I don't know. I just think it's because in Stockton we were around more Mexicans. Well, there were some Indians and stuff like that, but it was more Mexicans. And in Saginaw, it's more black. So that's the only differences. But I don't think like
in the hood. If you go to the hood,
yeah. But it's like I've always heard things about like Detroit. I've always heard negative things about Detroit.
Flint too.
Yeah, well,
people are scared of Flint.
Well, they say Flint's one of the most dangerous shit, and I be heading out to Flint all the time, and it's like,
and you don't even think about it, huh?
Yeah, when
you're driving to Detroit, every time I drive to Flint, anywhere in the world that I'm driving to, maybe if I went to Chicago, I'll think about it. But if like here in Michigan, anytime I go anywhere, I never second guess about safety when I'm going somewhere. Never second. I just go there.
I mean, my eyes is open. My eyes is always open though. It's not like I'm sleeping. You know, I'm always aware when I'm anywhere. That's not just Flint. Well, even here when I walk the streets, I'm aware. Every time I'm in the store, I always look around. I'm always watching everything. So, and because sometimes like they be having estate sales, and for those don't know, like you go to people's houses who are like selling everything in their home, inside their home, so you actually get to walk into their house. We be doing that in Flint. And it's like, I never had issues. Never had issues. So I don't know if it's just like, maybe it's a big deal because we're minorities too. Right? Like, if you put it in.
So you blend in
when you think of the hood, right? It's minorities. It's always minorities. So maybe for a white person, you might feel a little bit more uncomfortable.
Yeah, because you don't blend in.
You don't blend in, and you never like, maybe if you never like experienced that, right? Because then you would be more scared.
Yeah, because you start thinking about, it's because I think when you don't grow up in the hood, all you go by is just stories of people talking about what happens there. And so then it's like, they probably psych themselves out thinking that every person who's in the hood is a bad person and this and the other.
Yeah, there was a delivery driver. I seen a video of a delivery driver. He had like an Amazon driver, whatever. He pulled up to the hood and he dropped off a package. He was hella scared, and he was running back to his car because like
he's white.
No, yeah, he was white, and it was just like the people were laughing at him. They were like, "Look at this Amazon guy. He's getting out of here."
He has glasses or something.
Because it's one of those spots where everybody's outside. You know how sometimes in Saginaw where we lived
Oh,
at,
yeah.
everybody would be outside. Everybody, like the people walking and everything, and there would be gatherings on the corner, like because they would have like I don't know what they have like it was almost like a party, but it wasn't. It was almost like a festival day or something. Remember when they would all get together?
In the summer, it'd be in the summer.
Yeah,
Everybody would be outside.
everybody would be outside. So like if for a lot of people maybe that's like intimidating
Especially
to walk through.
To walk through, yeah. To walk through.
Or to even to be
because,
around.
You know, everybody's looking at you and you're like, oh, fuck. And
Well, I
then-
think because people can know if you're at a place
Yeah, just your
just
body.
by watching you. You're like,
Yeah,
you're not from here. You're like, oh, it's different.
Yeah.
So they get an idea.
Yeah, especially when you look nervous or whatever, you're like anxious, you can see it. And when the way you walk, the way you move. So, and then he's probably like looking over his shoulder and shit.
Yeah, no, he took off running. And I was like, oh shit. But like I'm always aware everywhere I go. Just like when we were in that mall. I don't understand how you didn't pick nothing up, or my cousin didn't pick nothing up. Like we were sitting on the table. I don't know. I'm like, it made me feel like, oh yeah, like my awareness is as good as I think it is, because it's like, how do you not tell? I asked my cousin. He said it's loud. Like he's like, I don't know, wasn't paying attention to nothing. But I'm like I could just feel it, because when that dude came, that it seemed like they were coming from Sixteenz, a bunch of teenagers it looked like, and they were coming. And as soon as that dude came, the loud dude, I already knew. I like got a sense. But I'm like, whatever. He's just super loud, whatever. And then you had mentioned that he was drunk. That's another flag right there.
Well, he was just acting like he was under the influence of something. But if I were to guess, the way he was talking, you're like, oh, this dude's drunk.
Yeah, and then when you mentioned that, I paid more attention to him. I'm like, oh yeah, he's drunk for sure. And then he headed into the bathroom. And when they headed into the bathroom, I noticed just the crowd from the girls that were waiting right there in the hallway, and I could just tell by their faces. I don't know what they were saying, but I'm like, oh, them fighting in there. I just knew by the energy. I just knew. And then I looked to my cousin and I told him, hey, they're fighting in there. And he didn't say nothing. And then, or maybe he did, I don't remember, but I don't think he did. And then right there, like a minute passed by, and that dude had a group, there was another group that was to my right that were eating. And one of them had went into the bathroom. So that's the guy he was fighting with. So one of the dudes came and said something to this dude. And then this dude got up and said, oh, hell no. And got up. And just by their demeanor and how they're walking, they got up like they were going to do some shit. So I'm like, oh shit, right? And I peeped everything. So they left, they went into the bathroom. And I'm like, yeah, they're probably fighting. And that's when they came out. And then they were just exchanging words. And the dude was yelling at them. But I don't think they got into a fight. I think they were just talking shit to each other.
No, I didn't see. So when he had first walked up, I was already in line, and he was talking to the dude in front of me, and he was like, "This is, I forgot what his name was." He was like, "This is so and so." He's like, "This he's not white. Don't let him fool you. He's not white. He's Arab." He kept saying he's Arab. He looks like FaZe Rug. He kept saying that. He looked like FaZe Rug. And then he dabbed him up, and he's like, "You here by yourself?" And he's like, "Yeah, with my cousins." And he's like, "Where they at? And then he's like, "Those dudes over there." He's like, "Nah." He's like, "They're not around here right now." And he's like, "All right." And then I went to the self-checkout station, and then that's the last I seen him. And then he must have went to the bathroom after that. He went to
the bathroom, and then he came out.
Yeah.
And then after he came out, they were exchanging words with that other group, because now it's groups. It's two groups. The ones from the Quinte, and then this seemed like 4 or 5 guys. And they were talking shit. The dude that was walking away, the loud dude, he was yelling at him. Like, you can hear. And the whole time, I'm feeling like I know what's going down. And I'm looking at the people. I was like, because in my head, I'm like, oh, people are going to get up and they're going to start leaving. But nobody left. And I was like, so it's either they're not paying attention, or like my cousin said, it's hella loud in there. But this fool was yelling at him. And the other dude that he was yelling at him, he was calling him a bitch like under his voice though. It was enough to where I heard him though, but like under his voice. And then they just separated the whole thing. But that guy was yelling at him, and it was funny because he was calling him a bambulo or something like that. Now it looked to me like that guy was Mexican, but maybe he's like something else.
He's Mexican. He has Indian friends or whatever, or people like.
Now I don't know what that means
or whatever.
though.
He was teaching them certain words because he was saying the same shit to that dude he was saying, "Don't let him fool you. He's Arab. He's Arab." He kept saying that, and he said something to him in like their native tongue or whatever, and I didn't know what the hell it was, but it's similar to it. Not similar as far as the word, but similar as far as like the vocals. So I knew it was the same language.
I don't know what the hell that means. But he was just kept saying it over and over, bambulo, bambulo, or something like that. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah, because I
didn't expect that to hear that.
No, I didn't.
I was trying to understand him. I was like, what is he saying? Because I thought it was Spanish, but it was like, it's not.
No, I didn't listen. I didn't hear any of that shit. Not until I had grabbed the food,
and you came to
and
the
I
table.
came back to the table and I heard him yelling like
and
that.
And the homie was right there.
And
he was literally right here.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was thinking like, hopefully this shit don't get like, he don't start saying nothing to hear to us or any, or because this.
Yeah, I just in my head, I wasn't looking. I was just trying to eat. I wasn't looking at the other people, but it's like, okay, yeah, there's an altercation going on right here next to me or whatever.
Right next to us.
But I
literally like this damn close though.
I never felt like it was a threat. Like it was a threat or something that I should be worried about. I'm like, I'm eating. If they get fight, they fight. So long as they don't come to me, so long as they don't affect me and my space, I don't give a fuck. They can do whatever they want. I don't give two fucks, but I'm eating my burger. That's all I care about.
That's why they were yelling we were eating.
Yeah, I didn't give a fuck.
Going at it. But then they left. And somebody snitched for sure because like somebody called security. But to me, I'm like, for that big of a mall, like I understand it's a big mall, but it took like 5 minutes for security to get there. That's way too long. You know how much shit can happen in 5 minutes? One of those dudes could have killed the other dude. That's how long that is. And then they got there and they looked dumbfounded, like there's nobody in the bathroom. For sure, they got some word that people are fighting in the bathroom. And they got there, like, there's nobody in the bathroom. And then they just left. And the dudes literally, like, they left. I thought they were gone, the ones from the Sixteenz with the guy who was arguing. But the homie came back. And I'm like, that's not smart to come back. Especially, like, you made a big-ass scene.
People will point you out.
Yeah, but he came back, and they chilled there, and nobody said nothing. And then we looked, and the cops were on the other side of the mall. Chilling, huh? I don't know. Maybe I don't know if shit's frequent there. So much people. You wouldn't
think so because of the type of people that are around there. Seem like a lot of people who got money are there. Just by looking at them, you can tell. Like, oh, this motherfucker on a yacht type shit.
Yeah, it was. People look like they got money there.
Yeah, and you don't see. Did you see anyone that looks suspicious? That you know how sometimes you feel like, oh, I gotta keep my eye on this motherfucker.
No.
I didn't see any of them.
No.
It's just puro white people, like high-end white people. Money-wise.
Yeah, just you could tell they got money by the way they're dressed. You never see people dressed like that. Like they're going to play golf or something.
Yeah.
You know, like with their shirts tucked in and stuff like that, or business attire.
Yeah, it's nothing like here in Saginaw.
Yeah, it was a new thing to see. But like even when we go like when you went to order the food and we were at Shake Shack and we seen the pride flag up there. Like, I don't know. It seems like that. It seems like they're trying to shove it down your throat at times.
For acceptance?
I don't know for what it is. And it's like, and I've seen certain times they said, I think there was like a rally. I seen a clip or something. I don't remember. But it was like a rally, but I remember they said, we're coming for your kids. We're coming for your kids.
It was
like a group of people.
But it was fake or what?
I can't say that. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
We're coming for your kids.
Yeah, but it was a part of people, like 5 people, LGBTQ, LMNOP type people. So, and they were saying that, and I'm like, how are you gonna say that?
Even if you're kidding.
Yeah, you
Like,
can't. It
even
seems
if you're
like
playing.
that's going beyond, right? It seemed like first it seemed like you wanted acceptance, right? It was just about acceptance, and it's like, and if that's who you are, that's who you are. It's cool. But when you try to like push your agenda into everything, I seen videos where they had it in schools saying like "Go Pride Day" and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you gotta wear like
and they
pride
would wear
shirts.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to, but I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I think acceptance is a good thing. Like acceptance, but promotion is different. When you promote something, I think it's different.
No, when you promote something to children,
Yeah, in schools,
yeah,
that's super bad.
yeah, anywhere. If something specifically for the audience of children, you can't do that. You can't be having any, and that goes for anything, any sexual stuff, any religion stuff, anything like that, because that's just gonna cause heck of problems. You can't confuse the kids. You can't do that.
I know, and they're starting to see it as
And
kids.
you're starting to see it everywhere.
They're starting to see it more often, and it's like not only is it being glorified, but it's being pushed. And kids. There's a reason why kids can't like make big decisions, like life decisions.
It's weird how we entrust these kids with like their idea of them saying confidently, "I'm a man or a woman." That's weird to me. Like, they're children. Just like because we can't trust kids with any decision making. You know, so it's like they're too young for that. If a grown man or a grown woman identifies as whatever or wants to do whatever, that's fine. Yeah, it's America. You can do that. But to have a kid, and apparently some states are saying that they're trying to enforce that. You can't stop your kid.
And that's dumb.
That's
It's
too
like-
far.
Like you're saying, you
Because-
can't stop
yeah.
a kid from like just like you stop a kid from lighting fireworks inside the house type shit.
Yeah, that's like you're no, that's crazy because you're overruling my parenting now. You're
Yeah, I
telling
know.
me how to raise my children. That's too crazy. And I'm like, this shit's getting kind of wild as far as that.
Yeah, the government should have no say when it came to your child.
Yeah.
On
And I
how
think
you
it's
raise
just
them.
I think it's always taken like if there's any pushback, it's always taken like we hate them. And it's not that. If you are that, you are that. It's fine. But it's different when you push that agenda to my kid. Like my kid never thought about that, right? Like it's like I don't have a kid, but I'm saying like as an example, like if my kid never ever thought about that, and now he's seeing it everywhere, you're putting the wrong thing in his head. For him to be like, why is this like this?
Yeah,
And it's just like, nah, I don't rock with that.
and every social media has shown like it's all about happy. Huh? Everybody posts puro happy. So kids who are confused and sad are gonna be like, this is what I need for happiness.
Yeah, that's the answer. I'm just in the wrong body.
Turn to the gaze.
That you can't like. I feel like kids are confused enough.
The kids should just worry about being kids.
Yeah.
Like just worry about being bullied.
But like I
Like-
don't understand the argument would be like, what do you say to the kid that always said he was a girl when he was born male? Like when you've seen that from the beginning. If that was the case, I was just like you can't smoke a cigarette or drink a beer, you gotta wait. If I want a beer, you're just gonna give it to me? Because I say you gotta respect my choice, my decision?
Yeah.
No.
I identify as a drunk, and so you have to give me beer.
You have to give me. It's just like no, you wait. That's what I feel like. It's too far when you let kids decide whether they're a girl or a boy, and affect their when they're growing. Like giving them hormone blockers or whatever this thing shit's called. That's crazy to me. That's hella control. Like you're giving a kid, and I'm like, I think they don't even know what they're doing. I think if you ask those kids exactly what it is they want, they can't explain that. They don't know what that shit is. They just know it's gonna help them because they'll say,
Yeah.
"Hey, this is this."
They
is
just want to be. They want to look in the mirror and see an actual woman or an actual man, and I don't know. I think it's gotten worse and worse and worse, and it's like now you see that shit.
Because
And
it seems like it's not just about acceptance anymore, but also like from the religious point of view, it's almost like you're saying like God made a mistake. If you're a religious person, because if you're not a religious person, then this out the window for you. But or if you believe in God or not, because just when I think about it, it almost says like you got it wrong. But God don't make mistakes though. But like I said, this is America. I'm not saying like I dislike these people or anything like that. No. If that's you, and it's cool. I have no trouble with that. But the moment you come to my kid and tell him, hey, put this pride flag on or put this on and put this, oh, it's okay.
Otherwise,
it's okay
you're
to
seen as...
Yeah. That's where I have an issue.
Yeah, because I seen this video of what's that? No, it's not the Blackston White guy. Whatever his name, Charleston White.
Yeah.
It's the other dude that's it's another old man. There's a black guy that got like a crooked eye or whatever. And he does interviews, and he interviews like, he's like, why are you gay? You're not a man. That
you talking about the bald guy?
Yeah, that bald dude. He was interviewing a dude that was saying that he is very anxious, and he's like, well, what makes you anxious? And he's like, well, everything. He's like, so if people don't agree with me or don't see the world as I see it, and he's like, he was saying, you're a beta. He was telling the guy, you're a woman. He's like, I'm not a woman, I'm a man. And he's like, no, you're behaving like a woman. And he's like, you're a beta. He's like, I'm not a beta, you're a beta. And I'm like, these type of people who say like the world has to agree with me, I don't understand that.
Because you're making other people believe in what you believe.
Yeah,
and I think that's a little bit where it gets.
Yeah,
that's where it crosses the lines a little bit.
That's
because
why,
when you're in your own world and you want to do whatever, that's perfectly fine. Like, go ahead, do that. It's fine. But when you expect the world to,
concede and say,
yeah, like to identify you as like, because how
to play along, huh?
Yeah, because how far can it go?
Yeah.
And I know it's like, and it's not like I'm trying to make fun of them, but it's like if somebody said, I'm a tiger, I belong in a zoo
with other tigers,
and you get upset now, and you get upset now because people don't take you serious. It seems like, okay, what do we do here now? It's like, what do we? It seems like, sorry, but you're not a tiger. Like you're just not. No matter how much you dress up or paint, you're just never gonna be a tiger. And it's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to say I'm a tiger, I'm not gonna be like in your face about it. Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Like, whatever. If that's what you want to be, it don't bother me. But the moment, like, if my kid says, if we meet you, and I be like, hi, how you doing? Whatever. And he's like, hi, I'm a tiger. And my kid's like, hey, is that guy really a tiger? I'm gonna say no, because it's not true. I'm gonna say no, it's not a tiger. That's a man.
Yeah.
Like, because my kid's gonna be confused. And if I say try to be cool with him and accept his thing, and be like, yeah, he listen, son, he identifies as a tiger, which makes him a tiger. That's gonna fuck up my kid. It's gonna.
Then it's like the identify means just make believe forever.
Yeah. And it just seems like, I know this sounds hella anti-gay, but I'm not. But I know it's because I feel like there's nothing you could say in that community that won't hit him like that. But even though it's not meant like that, I'm not saying you can't be that or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's different when you want to when it affects other people. That's only when it gets like rough, because it's like, what do we do there? You can't do that.
Yeah, it's just like a dude that identifies as a woman that wants to go into a girl's bathroom. And
it seems like, yeah. And it seems
I'm like, I understand that, like, it's not that we want to hurt your feelings or put you down or make you feel less, but it's like you're in the real world, that bathroom specifically for women and this bathroom specifically for men. And it's like, that's just you just have to accept the reality of the real world. And it's not make believe land. You're gonna have to use the men's bathroom because you got a duh.
Yeah.
So it's like sorry, but like there's kids that go into the women's bathroom, right? And I don't want a grown man. If my daughter went into the girls' bathroom, I wouldn't want a man in there with a duh taking a piss. I just don't like that.
We reached the problem there.
Yeah, so it's
because
like
you're affecting other people.
Yeah, like if you had your own bathroom and you labeled it as women's or whatever, and you used it, fine. Like I would even go as far as like when I spoke to them, is to talk to them however they want, be labeled as whatever. I'll talk to them, ma'am, sir, whatever they wanted. But I wouldn't care. But when it came to you telling somebody else to now it's not no longer acceptance, but it's more now you have to play along too.
Yeah, it's like you created your own rules and now you're enforcing them.
Yeah.
And that's where it's a problem because this is not law.
Yeah. This is all opinion.
And just like I'm not saying this is right, but you're always going to have people who don't agree with your point of view. You're always going to have people, and there's people who hate gays like that. And that's wrong. Like, cause it's a person still. It's a human being. So it's definitely wrong. But it's just like I disagree with if somebody said, I hate Mexicans, right? But it exists. It's there. But to me, I don't feel that way towards them. It's just the way when you try to enforce your rules upon everything, and it seems like it's no longer about acceptance. It seems like it's
recruitment,
an agenda now. It's like a hidden agenda under it, because it's like it seems like it's become so popular that you can't have a voice against it, or you can't say anything that sounds negative towards it, or it affects everything with everybody.
And even if it's not negative, it's just
it's just
a different opinion.
Yeah, it's just your opinion. And it ruins a business for you. People will stop working with you. And I think because it's become so popular like that, everybody's afraid to say anything because it'll affect everything. And that brings me to what I saw in the Olympics. Like, what are we doing here? Right? It's pretty wild stuff when you mock Jesus. Now, even if you don't believe in Jesus, right? Just look at Jesus at what he represents, right? And people, a huge percentage of people believe he's God. But let's take that out the way, right? Let's just say, just base him on read it as a fairy tale, right? Jesus was a good man. You could tell just by reading it. What is the point here of this? Of to do all this mockery and stuff. What's the point of that? What are we getting out of that?
They're gonna say they didn't view it as or they didn't mean it as mockery, or they're gonna say there was some type of tribute or some type of some shit like that.
But it just doesn't make sense. It seems like you're siding with the devil.
It just when you
seems
look
evil.
at it, when you're just looking at it, you're like, this is wrong.
Yeah, it seems evil. It's like if we started the Super Bowl with something like that, or it would be like, what the hell was going on?
Yeah, somebody approved this shit too.
And why can't we just keep it? Like I said, like we wouldn't push that. Like, why we gotta push that? This is like, why can't we just not push it? Nothing, huh? Keep everything neutral. And it seems like, because when you put it on the Olympics, I don't even know how much people tune in, but I know it's a lot. So when I know that this is a program that has a huge number of eyes on it, and you do this, it makes me hella think you got a hidden agenda. This is something. You're trying to do something. And the only thing I could think is affect the kids. Right? Because the more the kids see it, they're going to question, what is that? What is that? So it's I don't know if they're trying to stir up confusion against the normal people. It's weird. Like, what if we just started having, like, we started the Super Bowl doing like a bunch of straight shit, anti-gay stuff.
Just being normal.
They would say that that's not the same. They would say because now you're targeting a specific group, and they're not targeting a specific group, even though they are.
Yeah, I wonder how gay, like the gay stuff, is accepted worldwide. Obviously, France fucks with it, since that's where the Olympics.
Well, there's some countries that are like, nah.
I know Russia's no,
and I'm saying this. I kind of don't agree with that because let people be whoever they want to be. I mean,
Russia,
it seems like a lack of freedom, though, if you block that.
If you prohibit,
if you prohibit something.
Well, it's probably now more so they're prohibiting it even harder.
Well, the only reason
they see what it does.
Yeah, and
where it leads.
I would understand that. It says this is a sensitive ass topic to a lot of people, but that's just how I feel. Like I just feel like it's wrong to be pushing that down everybody's throats. Like it's a weird thing to recruit.
And they're strong too, and they're good at it.
But it's a weird thing because we're not out here saying be straight, like in a group and
straight flag. Have a straight flag.
Yeah, and it's weird. Recruiting is a weird thing. Like I understand if you're like, hey, this is us. We're a number of people who live here too, and this is how we live. We want to live. We want to be respected from this and this. I understand that part. Fine. But to like, I don't know. It just seems wrong
to be dancing half naked
in front of kids. And then you have these parades that even allow them to be completely naked.
Yeah, and I don't understand how that somebody says yeah to it.
Yeah, there was a video of was a comedian, Canel. He asked the police because there was like a pride parade. He asked the police, "Hey, can I walk around naked?" And the guy was like, "Do whatever you want." And he's like, the other guy, he stopped because there was two police officers, and he told him, "Yeah, as long as you're not erect, and it's a form of art or something." He said, something along those lines is fine. What? How does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. Because if somebody pees in the backyard, or somewhere like even again, say in public, into a tree or into a bush, right? You have to go, and people report you. You'll be put on the list.
Sex offenders.
Yeah. So how is it somebody can he got to relieve himself hella bad? He's like, damn, right here, this bush, and he gets that, and yet these guys get to walk around completely naked, and it's in
front of kids,
and it's an art.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like things have gotten so far where we're letting them. It's above the law. What happened to
and it's nasty.
Yeah, because it's like nobody want to see that.
Yeah. Some motherfucker might want to see that, but not the average
Now
person.
I understand if they had a private location.
Yeah.
You know how there's certain beaches, I don't know if it's America, but are completely nude beaches. Cool. Like if that's a nude beach.
Yeah, it's known.
And it's known as a nude beach, and people want to go and be butt-ass naked, let them. That's fuck yeah. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. If there was a location where it was known where the LGBT community went and did whatever they want, that's fine.
To celebrate their whatever?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And they wanted to be
completely But when you do
naked,
it downtown?
Yeah.
When I'm trying to get a steak sandwich?
In front of the grocery store that I shop at?
Yeah, with my kid? That's
yeah.
That's what I think. And I wonder, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people will probably get offended by what we're saying, but I wonder if they can see my point of view. Or is this just shit talking?
Sometimes I think a lot of times when people are not open-minded, they don't even listen. You're just you're the enemy automatically.
Yeah, because it seems like to them, but I'm not attacking them though. But I know it's going to come out yeah, I'm attacking them. But that's not what I'm trying to do. But it's like when you have the Olympics, what's going on here? Next thing in schools, what's going to happen next?
It just keeps going worse and worse, huh? Pushing the line. And it seems like nobody. I mean, I hear people say it's not right. I hear plenty of people say this shouldn't go on. What the hell? What's going on? How are we allowing this? I hear that a lot, but I don't see the same amount of like the results. Like there's no, the pushback is not where I thought I'd see it by now. And it's like it just they're pushing way harder than the other side is.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it seems like people are afraid to voice what they think because they feel like it would ruin everything for them.
I feel in real life people are more open to say what they think.
Yeah, now people,
and online they never say that.
That's hella crazy. That's hella crazy. It's changed it now because there's, just like you mentioned that, there's people now who won't talk about that. Like if they won't talk about it, only when they like in closed spaces. And it's like, it's crazy that you have to hide your opinion now. How the hell you hide this is America. Like, wait, what are we talking about?
Online, people are scared to get
canceled and shit.
There's not only canceled, but they have it's on there. It's when you make something, when you do a post, it's like open to criticism from anyone, anywhere. Yeah. And in real life, people will say it and whatever they want, and it would be only the few people around them, and then that'd be it. So like in real life, I hear people talking shit about like the LGBT whatever. I hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
In real life, but online, I see videos here and there, and they got a good amount of likes, but I don't see it like as much as I do in real life. But yet somehow they're still recruiting.
Yeah.
Somehow they're still recruiting hardcore.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know how they do it. They're so good at it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. And like I don't know. And I know it's gonna sound the way it sounds, but it's like I don't know. I feel like if we just like continue on this way of just like not saying nothing, right? Let them do what they want to do. I think it's gonna get further and further and further and further. Like
until you can't control it no more.
Like, cause just think about this, right? Think about this. Think about, well, I mean, I don't know, like, think about if you can't voice your opinion, right? Like, imagine if you had like, not saying that I agree with this, but I'm saying like, what if a neighbor had a flag that said F Pride Month or F Pride something, right? And the police said, you can't do that and took the flag down. Now, like, and threatened them with jail time. What if it gets to that?
Because you should be able to say F anything.
You should be able to say fuck Mexicans, even though I don't like that. I'll be like, God, fuck, that guy racist. Like, and obviously it would paint the image for me, like, oh, I probably wouldn't like that guy. Because he obviously don't think.
But even then, I wouldn't hate him. Even then, I wouldn't wish ill will on him.
Yeah.
But I just wouldn't associate myself with
him. With him. But it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's your opinion.
And I feel like that's been lost. I think the opinion of the average person in America has
but I think that would be considered as probably hate speech though. Right? Can you have a flag like that?
Nah, I mean hate speech is like, I mean really hate speech is anything that someone doesn't agree with.
Nowadays.
But
I'm saying like, is that really hate speech though? If somebody had a flag.
No, I think hate speech is when they say death to all Mexicans type shit.
Because if it is like
that's hate speech right there.
Yeah, because one thing I've seen a lot of car decals that said fuck Biden, fuck this, or Biden's a bitch or whatever, and I'm like, that's fine, right? If you want to put that on your car, that's fine. Just like if you want to put a Trump flag or whatever you want to put on your car, that's your property. Do whatever you want. That don't bother me, but I'm saying like if somebody had just like somebody could say fuck the president, and I'm agreeing to that, we should be able to say fuck the president, fuck the cops, fuck whatever you want to say, right? You should be able to say that. I'm in agreement towards that. But if somebody said like fuck the gays or something like that on the back on the thing, like when the cop said take that shit down, That's what I'm saying. Like, where are we going? Like,
If it said fuck Mexicans,
and he said, take that shit down.
like I feel like
he wouldn't.
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be able to.
No,
he shouldn't. He should. Nobody should have the right to tell him to take it down, even if it said "fuck Mexicans."
Or unless they were like, I guess maybe the only way they would say something is you saying the vulgar language. Okay, we'll star that hoe. If you had a thing that said "F Mexicans" and it was starred,
yeah, I think
I would just be like, what the hell?
I'd be like, damn, that sucks because Mexicans is tight and like Mexican food is
but
good.
I wouldn't be like, cut that shit off.
I wouldn't be like, fuck you.
Yeah, like, officer, took that shit down.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's whatever, because it's like maybe we don't know that person.
He's missing out though.
Hella bad. But if you say fuck Mexicans, then don't eat our food then.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't fuck with our women then.
Yeah.
Talking all that shit. Just the same thing. If somebody say fuck the gays, they can't fuck with none of the gays.
Yeah. You can't wear any rainbow.
It's a weird thing how people
you gotta give up the rainbow as a whole.
No, but the rainbow originally was a sign from God. Like it's linked to God.
The rainbow shit looked tight, huh? And they made that shit, and now it's a whole different meaning.
Yeah, it's a whole different meaning.
Now you can't even look at the rainbow without thinking about something gay.
You don't think about something gay. I don't think about something gay. I just think that you have it has a different meaning.
It's like not a good comparison. Like, as far as like, you know how the swastika was like, didn't have the meaning of like racist and like, pure race, whatever, all that shit. They used to mean like peace or some shit like that. And then Hitler switched it up. It's like just come up with your own sign. Come up with your own shit.
But don't you think that is they're doing their own sign?
Because rainbows never were linked to gay stuff.
And they linked it towards it?
And now rainbows are linked to gay stuff.
Yeah, but I think that would be arguable, just like the apple.
It's like the
apple was never linked. This apple was never linked to it. Like it's linked to this an apple. But now it's linked to this product. When you see this, you don't think Apple no more. Well, you do, but you think of technology Apple.
Yeah, but it's like that's a very minor significant change. It was not like there's Apple and this Apple, yeah, it's a product, and maybe if you dig deep, it's like how they make it. Yeah, there's bad stuff. You can go down and do it like that. But just the little quick thing, it's like it went from an Apple to now a product that's an Apple. There's not really anything negative you can see right there from just like this. Whereas like now, it's like you look at it and it's like it's gay stuff. So like I used to look at rainbows and think like there's money on the other side.
Yeah, that's what I used to look too.
There's money on the other side,
especially watching the Leprechaun.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I still think that sometimes in the back of my mind. I don't really think there's money at the end of that bitch. But
I always think the thought.
But it makes me be like, yeah, because of the movie.
Yeah,
like,
there's money. There's now money. Every time I look at it, I think about there's gays at the other side of that.
No, dang. But I remember like we were going home, remember, and I seen the biggest rainbow I've ever seen in my life, and it was hella big. It was hella big. I've never seen one that big. It's like pause. All right, but it was like. It was. I don't even know how. Like I don't know how to accurately describe it without sounding gay. But it was just like it was crazy one, and I was like, damn, like that's crazy.
Yeah, it probably is the leprechaun. Like everyone always says, like that at the end of the rainbow, there's always money. That's what it always used to be for me. Not anymore though.
That's changed.
I don't even think about that no more.
You know the crazy thing about this? What is a theory about this? You know how Apple has a bite missing? You know how the logo has a bite missing?
Oh yeah.
Right? People say this signifies, I don't know if it's true or not, but people say this signifies Adam biting the apple. Because you know how the devil, the serpent, whatever, was telling them that they would get wisdom from it. Right? So when they bit the apple, we got this.
We got the Apple. We got the
That's
Apple Watch.
That's what people are saying. Like, that's why he's bitten. And it made me question, why is this motherfucker bitten?
There's no story behind that?
Not that I know officially from Apple. But there's an apple and it's bitten.
Yeah.
And like, do you know, like, it seems like a lot of crazy shit. Like, you know Nickelodeon? Like Nickelodeon, right?
The image? Or not the image, but
no, like the channel. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, them. Well, the name apparently means translate into a different language or something like that. I don't know what language it is, but it translates to I hate God.
How 100% accurate is that, though?
You could look it up. Like, I've seen people talk about it.
There's no way that Nickelodeon is an actual different language that transfers to that. And
They pieced it up.
It's like if you rearrange letters or what? People be getting deep in this shit.
Trying to see.
There's no way that's what that means.
Well, it's a theory.
Right. Yeah. Somebody probably made some shit up to get a little good TikTok going. But it seems like Nickelodeon never...
Have you ever wondered what Nickelodeon ever means? When you search it up, it tells you it means a place where you could see a film for a nickel. But is this really true? When you translate Nickelodeon from Latin to English, it has a much darker meaning. There are 3 ways you can spell it. You can either put it in as Nickelodeo, which means I eat nothing from God, Nickelodeo, which means I don't know God, or Nickelodeo, I don't care about God. Now with this, and the fact that the word nickel comes from Nike, the goddess of victory, and Odeon comes from Odin, the god of death, which put together means victory of Odin. Odin was a fallen angel god. But what do you all think of this? Is it a stretch, or perhaps maybe this is a much deeper meaning? Have you ever wondered what...
Right? Like, he is piecing it up. But you think, like, what the fuck does Nickelodeon mean?
And how did it come up? How did they come up with that name? Like, really?
And I only say that because there's multiple things. If you look at even the Monster can. Like, have you ever seen that video of that girl?
I've seen videos of people saying that Monster is like the devil.
Yeah, because it translates those little 3, whatever those things are on the can. It supposedly translates to the number 6, and there's 3 of them.
And what's up with the
can?
Who came up with the letter or the number 6 for God? I mean, for the devil, and 7 for God. Like, who came up with that? Where is that? Is that any biblically?
No, I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that.
Because it's like numbers all of a sudden meant bad stuff, and every time you see 666, you get a bad feeling.
I don't get a bad feeling.
Yeah, I see like 666. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, you can just recognize it as bad because you know that the world has tied that to that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if
so it's like anywhere there's 666 is like, oh, this.
Or like just like the saying of it's 3 a.m.
What does that mean?
Like people always say that's the time where the devil comes out, the evil shit comes out.
At 3 a.m.?
Yeah, that's what they say. But that's weird though. Even if it's not true. Let's just say this is a theory then.
Because if they translate it to Latin for real though, and that's accurate, even regardless of whichever order you're translated, is still not good.
It's not good.
So if the creator of Nickelodeon knew this and did it like this, then yeah, and then it's bad.
Yeah, and then it's like on the Monster can, there's a cross on it on the O. So the girl was saying that when you drink it, the cross goes upside down, and they say that's like a mockery towards Jesus. But some people don't take it as a mockery because they call it Peter's cross. Because Peter, when he went to the cross, he said, I'm not worthy to die like my Lord. He said, flip me upside down. But it seems like the sign, all the time, everybody got to get that cross and flip it upside down.
And who tied that to, though? An upside down cross, where is that? How is that tied to evilness?
Because it's like that. I think it's just the idea of making fun of Jesus.
Oh yeah, making fun of Jesus, then yeah. If you're making it in a way to make fun of Jesus, then yeah. But it just is like a symbol in itself to make it evil.
So when you think about it, if anybody's making fun of anybody in religious places, it's Jesus. Why?
It's always been. I think
So why is
it seems
why
like
is it
that's the
only
most. It's the most popular, and because it's the most known, everybody will get it. Whatever you're trying to do, as far as like whatever your plan is, that led you to try to make fun of him, the most people would either comment or give views based on just because it's the most known. Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Why there's like a plenty. I think like there's a lot of ties to like negative, dark, evil shit when it comes to a lot of these major corporations.
Yeah, that goes way back too.
Yeah, and weird shit that they've done in the past, and like and think about it. This is Nickelodeon. This is a kids channel.
I know. That's what makes it even worse. Unless it was never intended to be a kids channel to begin with, and it just somehow got popping in the kids section, and they just kept it. They just ran with it.
And there's churches, there's evil churches. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say evil, but just like they worship the devil.
On the low?
Yeah, no, they got a big ass church.
Oh damn!
And they got that. That you always see that goat, huh?
The goat,
Yeah,
a lot of times.
That goat with the two fingers up, and he's like, he got hands and stuff like that, and he's like,
but why is the devil associated with a goat?
I don't know.
It's weird, huh? But the devil does, like, if you think of how the devil would look, I mean, a goat is like a good representation of like what the devil would look.
But that's not how the devil looks.
But like I know
the devil was an angel.
But I'm just saying, like,
So
whenever you
like,
think of like devil stuff, like in a movie or whatever, it always looks like a goat.
Well, they always give him. I think that's like
and they give him hugs and shit.
No, that's like the real
for demons too.
That's like the real like image of it. Like when they put the goat. But like when you look at just the devil in general, they always got the little cartoon character or the little red guy or the big red guy with horns and a tail and stuff like that.
Yeah, and red is associated with the devil.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now you got a color, now you gangbanging too. And it's like, what's white is associated with God?
Based on just light.
Yeah. And white looks like it's
clean.
It looks clean.
And, ironically, huh?
Yeah. It looks clean and pure, like clean.
Yeah. And that's the difference. Like, and it's a little weird when I saw that big ass church. And it's just like a normal church. It has hella space, and at the front it has a podium to where people could speak, and it has this big old image of that goat. And I'm like, but like,
who funds this shit?
I don't know. But if you're worshiping that, doesn't that mean you believe in God?
You believe in something.
You believe God exists. You're just taking the devil's side. For whatever reason, right? Yeah. Because you cannot worship that and say God's not real.
I've watched some videos of people saying like that we got it reversed and that the devil is actually like the good one, and they've seen videos like that too. And it's like people start making up all kinds of shit.
Yeah, but it's like based upon what?
Yeah, like if I don't understand. That's why I don't get it. If you just look at straight what it teaches,
and that's not the first time I've heard that. In high school, one of my friends, he said he read this book, and he's like, this is a wild ass book. He told me he's like, it talks about how we got it all wrong, just like you said, how the devil's actually the good one. That don't make any sense. Do you think? But okay, let's say this. Do you think it's possible that we have an evil God, or an evil God can exist? Do you think that's possible?
That a evil God or only one God, right? If there's only one God in each people.
Think about, do you think that would be possible in your head? To me, no. Jesus is God to me. But I'm saying like to someone who's a thinker. Do you think it's possible? Because you know how people say God's either all good. No, he's not all good, or he's not all powerful.
Oh,
I try to say
it
that.
just seems like it would be a no. Because, well, I mean, when you think of God, well, the word God to me, like, is, well, if you really think about it, they're just words. All this is just words, and we've added meaning to them. So God has a meaning, and whenever it links with my brain has an image and a feeling and all that shit. It's been linked to that word. Not necessarily that word is bad or good. It's just that that's what my body reacts to those words in a certain way because they have certain meanings. But the word itself is not a bad word. It's just the word, and we made it bad. So when you think of God, to me, it seems like automatically it's just good. It's linked with goodness.
And the way I say like it's 100% good is because in life there's more good than bad. If you look at overall on Earth, there's more good than bad, right? Or am I wrong? Because it seems like you can go anywhere and you can be treated with hospitality.
I would say, yeah.
There's people who will feed you. There's people who will look out for you.
Yeah.
But I know you can go anywhere too and get beat the fuck up and all that too.
I feel like it has to be. I think it's factual. It has to be. Because everyday life would be puro bad.
Right? It wouldn't function.
And people even fake good. Good morning, even though they're like,
they don't want to
talk to you.
Or that's not them.
Yeah. Every time you make contact with anybody, the odd of it being a positive interaction, even if it's neutral.
Even if you approach a gangster, like a crazy ass gangster, and you see him at Walmart, you say, "How you doing?" He'll probably be like, "How you doing?" All right. Yeah. He's not gonna be like,
"Fuck out of here,
you, motherfucker!" Like he's not gonna say that. You know, unless he's having a horrible day.
Yeah, I think
but the majority of encounters are positive.
It's factual because it's like every day. If you look at everyday life, there's only everybody says why says that's why people say everyone's got bad days.
Yeah,
it's not like everybody's got good days. They say everybody's got bad days because they're far and few between. It's like a lot of days are just regular days, and then you got good days, and then you got very few bad days. Because if there were just puro bad days every day, that shit would suck.
That's what I'm saying. Just like life wouldn't function.
Yeah, everybody would. It'd be puro suicide, like nonstop suicide. Because who the fuck would want to live in puro bad days? Nobody would.
There's people who say that, who believe that Earth is just hell. Like, you know how people say you go to heaven or hell? They say that we're already in hell. This is hell.
There'd be no good in hell, though. You would think. It'd be zero fun in hell. And we got Mexican food, Chinese food. We got fucking new anime and movies coming out. So it's like how I think hell has no, you would not look forward to anything in hell. There would be no looking forward. And here you look forward to all kinds of shit. Vacation, you look over to hit the casino, like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, because like God is the source of good. So when I think of hell, when you think of hell, everything that you imagine is good, imagine that going away. There's nothing good in sight because God is the source of good. Anything.
Yeah, that's a good point to combat that. Hella good right there, because if God didn't, if there was no good, if this was hell, and there'd be zero good in here. So if God,
but people would be like, how do you know that? Like, how are you determining what hell is like? What are you basing that off of? How do you know what's hell? What if hell is just like, some people get a bad car?
Like we have it wrong. They're saying like
we have
interpretation of hell wrong.
Yeah, so where it's like hell doesn't mean all bad. Hell just means bad stuff happens there. And that's why we have all this wars and all this like killings and murders and rapists and all these things. That's why we have that. It's allowed here. But it's not allowed on the good side. What if that was their argument?
Then I would be like, I don't know then. Nah, I don't know. That I can't give you no science or nothing to break your thought of maybe this is hell or not. I don't know. But it just, I don't know. I don't know what I'd say.
But it wouldn't make sense.
It just seems like I just don't think that there'd be any good there. Or like you'd be tortured a lot.
Unlike heaven, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I think you always got the image of hell. You're going to meet the devil and he's going to make you ride his dust. And he's going to do all these things to you. And there's going to be a bunch of like evil people.
And thotties and all kinds of shit.
Well, it says like there's people who say they've experienced hell and there's like a bunch of demons. Like stabbing them or like making fun of them. Laughing at them. And there are like people who say they died and then they came back. Like when I imagine that, right? If that was hell, it's kind of scary, right? Just to have these weird demonic things poking you, making fun of you, crushing you.
And laughing, huh?
And laughing at you.
Laughter it's crazy how laughter can be contagious and yet it can also be scary. Huh? Laughter can be like if you see somebody laughing, if somebody laughing, it can either mean a good time or it can be
yeah, that's weird. Huh? If it's dark and the woman is laughing in the woods,
that's just scary.
You'd be like, what the heck is going on here?
You wouldn't even smile, you would be terrified.
Yeah, especially if it's one of those weird, loud laughs.
Yeah, but you put that same person like
in the daytime,
in a well-lit area, in a crowd.
Oh yeah, in a crowd. Yeah,
you would just laugh.
Yeah, you would be like, oh, it's having a good time.
That girl laughs weird.
Yeah, you're having a good ass time.
Yeah, and then that'd be it.
It's
even
weird.
if it was a creepy laugh, even if it was a real creepy laugh, he would still laugh and be like, damn, that girl's weird.
Yeah.
And then that'd be it.
That's why it's weird how complex we are. As human beings, that's why there's a God. That's why there's a God. Everything is too lined up. It doesn't make sense to me.
And we're the only ones.
It doesn't make sense to me.
And the monkeys are still the monkeys.
And everything is set for us. Like everything we're intelligent enough to everything to figure stuff out, to think,
to kill.
Like it's crazy.
To destroy the world. To travel to new worlds.
We know multiple languages.
Yeah.
To speak to each other. And we can feel energy. I think that's maybe one thing that maybe science haven't explained. Maybe it has, I don't know. But energy is real, huh? You can feel it. You can feel when that negative person walks in the room. And you know every day he's negative. And everybody's here having a good time and that person walks in.
Changes the whole shit.
Like, you feel it. And why is that? That means it's like almost like an aura around this person.
That's probably part of a different dimension we have no access to. But
how come we have access to it?
Then? We have no access to as far as like explanation or to dive in there.
Maybe we don't have full access to.
Yeah,
we have a limited access to it.
We have very few hints that hit us.
Or like when you look at, or when you feel somebody staring at you, or when you feel somebody's behind you.
Yeah,
and they're right there.
Yeah.
Why is that? Or there's a lot of times where people say like, I'm gonna call somebody, and before you call them, they call you. There's been times where I'm gonna text my cousin and she texts me as I was timing.
And this seems like coincidence does make you think like.
But I think though it's possible that it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, but it's just the likelihood of that is very low.
Yeah, it's like.
But it's not impossible, which makes it possible.
It's like us going to Japan, and we see Esteban there, and we didn't plan it. And we only went for 2 days. And we just played, right? And we just went. And we had plans at a specific restaurant, like reservations. And he's sitting right next to us, huh? And we didn't know each other. That would be like, that's too big of a coincidence, huh?
Yeah, the likelihood.
Hey, you're stalking me, huh?
Yeah. The likelihood of that happening is so small that you would have to start questioning stuff.
That couldn't just happen.
Yeah, you'd have to pat him down, make sure he ain't wearing a wire. Hey, get naked real quick.
Oh, damn. In front of everybody?
I want to make sure. But
I don't know. But I don't know. It's a lot of weird shit when I think about it, and I don't know. But for sure, there's evil out here, though, for sure. And it doesn't seem like there's. It seems like I've heard that these people who worship demonic entities or whatever, that their rule is like it's not bad unless they tell you what they're gonna do.
What do you mean?
Like I even see Andrew Tate talk about it. He said that that's the rule. Like saying like, I'm gonna say they sell this water publicly around the U.S. and then they poison it with something. They put something in there you're not gonna die, but without time is gonna give you cancer. And then they give it to you on the back. If you look at the ingredient right here, like you never look at it, but if you look it up, it says known to cause cancer. They do that shit, and then they do that to make it okay to themselves. Oh, I told you, so it's okay now. That's what they live by. That's why we seen a lot of signs of like what is it called? The Twin Towers. What shit happening to the Twin Towers? Before, like you can fold a $20 bill, or is it a 20? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, and it shows the image of
And it shows the image of the tower burning on the bill. Have you seen that?
No.
Watch. You
Is
can
it
fold
real?
it. Yeah, it's real. You can fold one.
How accurate does it look, though?
I'll show you.
Because how the hell does Twin Towers even go on there?
It's right here. Look at this. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Well, people say that, like, let's see. What's up with all these ads?
Continue.
Nah, it wants me to like sign in.
You can't continue with Google, whatever. Or just go to the side.
Right there.
We all shy.
You think that's enough to like think about it?
But is that really what is that a tower originally? What's the image of? Like, did they just put photos together?
Well, I mean, maybe that's a certain 20, huh? I got a 20 on me. I don't. You have a 20 on you?
My wallet's upstairs. But it just seems like, I mean, I can see how you would say that it's the Twin Towers, but are the Twin Towers on the bill?
Well, let's see. The back of a 20.
I don't think it's on the back of the bills. I think somehow they arranged it that way.
But there's weird things on bills, though.
They arranged it that way.
Yes, this.
They arranged it that way so that it gives you that image, but it's just like.
But this is the original image.
Yeah.
But there's weird things like on the dollar. There's an owl, and then the owl is the one they worshipped at that Bohemian Grove, whatever that.
Yeah, that's more weird right there.
Right. If you look at the dollar bill, watch. And you can check this if you look at your house. If you pull out a dollar. I remember showing like our cousin this all the time. Like, you know, there's an owl on the dollar bill. Like, can you see that?
No.
Let me see if I can get it bigger.
I thought it'd be bigger. It's hella tiny?
Yeah, it's like a tiny. It's right there.
Oh, yeah. It's hella tiny.
It's hella tiny in there, right? But it's definitely an owl. You can, like, if you pull out a real bill, well, I mean, I don't know. You got bad eyes, but it's right there. Look, check that out. On that right corner. Right, look at that bill right there so you can see it. You don't see it?
Is that really an owl, though?
Yeah. You can't see it?
Let me see your phone. Put the magnetizer boy on.
Let me see.
Because I see it. But is that really an owl though? Because that like
Let me see.
it looks more of an owl on there than it does on here.
Okay, well, I'll show you. Watch.
There's it. If that motherfucker gotta have eyes, it can't just be an outline.
Now see if they can see it on there. That's an owl right there. That's an owl. You just can't see because you're blind. Look at that. I took the video right there.
I don't think so, man.
It's an owl, bro.
I mean,
There's no doubt about it. That's an owl. Let me see if I can find a clear image. Look, this is how it looks like more clear. Look at that. That's pretty clear right there.
it's got an outline of an owl. That's probably real.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's got an outline of an
That's
owl.
an owl. Look at that right there. It shows you on the bottom.
Yeah, but it's like, is it one of those things where, like,
Okay, it's not an owl. What
because
the fuck
of
is
the
that?
because of the image?
It's not an owl. What is that then?
I don't know.
It's something.
Definitely doesn't look like it belongs there, though. It's not natural. To
It's something, right? Well, there's a bunch of stuff on bills.
The fact of how tiny it is, though, is a little weird. That shit, tiny, tiny. Like, I thought I'd be able to see it clear.
But it's there though. There's multiple things on the bill. Well, like just say this. Oh, this is gonna take me. Like, let's just say this dollar bill. I never understood what that I meant.
Yeah.
Right, and people always say Illuminati and shit like that, but I never understood what that I meant.
There was no explanation to why they put that.
I never looked into it, so I don't know. But there's multiple things on the dollar that says a bunch of stuff.
It's weird. And who designed this shit? And
I
who
don't know.
approved this shit? It's like nobody knows. Who approved these dollars? Who approved the image? Who approved the design? How many people created it? Who tag team? How many hours went into designing the shit? Like like nobody ever explained that shit anywhere in school, nothing.
But I know, you would think they would teach us about that. They only teach us about the presidents.
Yeah. And all their good deeds, but no bad things. And don't teach them about no
I see
bad.
people try to say that that's a. You think that's a stretch?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not enough.
I think you can fold shit. If you fold shit, sometimes you will make shit. You can always make shit look like certain mother shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. But that's for sure analysis. That's an hour right there.
I mean, it has a pretty good outline of an owl, and it doesn't seem
That's an hour. No
it just
doubt
doesn't
about it.
it just doesn't seem natural for it to be there. And then the size of it is crazy though. It's like tiny.
They could print that small.
No, that they would even try to hide something like that tiny in there. It's like a Easter egg type shit.
Yeah,
Only few motherfuckers would ever find it. And somebody was fucking.
people are saying this is a spider.
Somebody was scanning that motherfucker
No, that's
hard.
an owl. Because what is that then if it's not an owl?
A pigeon? A bird?
But what's a weird thing to put on a bill?
Yeah, just
Like this is a weird thing to put on a bill.
For it be hidden though. This is not hidden. This shit right here is not hidden.
That shit right there, huh? And
Yeah.
we never questioned it, ever. See, it's right here. Like, what the fuck does this mean? Doesn't this mean New World Order?
I don't know.
What does that mean? It's on the back of this boy.
And the dollar's never changed, huh?
I don't think so.
And like they
Like, I don't
changed
think
it.
there's no variations of dollars. Or there's maybe there is.
I don't know.
Maybe
Can't think of any. Everything else has different. Oh, there probably is.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you're
there
right.
is.
They think there is.
Thank you for listening to the AB podcast. You can follow us in the links below. All our social medias are linked there. If you want to buy some merch, the merch that we're usually wearing in the podcast, you can buy it as well. The link will be below.